Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to go back in time to, I believe, 2 years ago. But Colourpop has relaunched their Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer collection. And I do think it's smart they relaunched it again. But was it? Was it really? And here's why. I have thoughts. We'll get into it. I purchased the whole collection. I mean, the whole collection. The reindeer ears, even, y'all. I purchased them. You know that I still have them? They're dirty. They're dusty. They're filthy. They're not white anymore, okay? But I did buy them. And you know where I found them with dust and all? Sitting up there. I actually thought I gave these to my girls. So I really didn't think I had these. And to be fair, they are adorable. They were then, they still are now. I actually need to give them to my girls, to be fair. The other things that came with the collection, it came with a lip mask and a lip scrub. If you like their lip mask and you like their lip scrubs, get it. You'll love it. Um, it's up to you. You know, it smells nice. It works nicely. I used mine. I have a little bit of each left actually, but I'm not going to repurchase it. Okay? I wouldn't repurchase it. Now that I'm picking and choosing instead of purchasing whole collections, probably would have left that out. Okay? Probably would have. Now, the lip kits, you had the Rudolph and the Clarice. The Rudolph is a more burgundy color, which you can go back to my first video and see. I was so excited. So it's this color here for this collection, and you can see that I have never used it. Not once. I don't wear burgundy. That would be why. Now that I know now what I didn't know then, I wouldn't purchase this one. Do I like the lip liners? Yes, I think their lip liners are nice. And their lipstick formula is nice. I do like those. So if you like that color, it might be for you. Then you have the Clarice, which I'm wearing today. It's a peachy. No, it's not peachy. I want to say it's more pinky nude, but is it? Honestly, I would say this is like nude. Like, it's definitely not peachy. I guess it could be more pinky nude, but even then, I am going with it's just a nude. Okay, to be fair, this one I have used. My kids have used it even. I think my youngest one may have gotten into it to eat. To be fair, it came with 3 lip glosses. This one I would repurchase because this is more my speed. But as you can see, I really didn't use much of it, even with that said. So, I mean, it looks like I used a lot because it looks like my granddaughter may have taken a bite of it. But, the lip glosses. It came with 3, and I have 2. I have the red one, Dolly, and it's kind of shifty. It's like a clear with a pinky shift to it in Hermie. And I did put the Hermie one. They're both got glitters in them. You can feel the glitter. Is it obnoxious? No. Is it pretty? Yeah. Is it something you need? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of their lip lux formula anyway, so I don't really care. But it's up to you. It's their lip lux gloss. Or Lux lip gloss. Sorry. Lux lip gloss. That's up to you. Now, their highlighter that came in the in the collection is adorable. We'll give that to it. It's cute. The color, I am wearing it today. It borderlines is almost too dark for me, but it works. If I'm any fairer, it might not though, so keep that in mind. And this is by Soul, their sister company, and it's Jingle 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 Shimmering Body Powder. So it's not really like, I mean, it can be used as a highlighter, obviously, but I don't think that's the intended. It, you know what I mean. It's more for your body than it is technically your face, but you can use it on your face. The packaging is hard to open. It's hard to shut. It's quite a pain in the butt, to be fair. But is it adorable? Yes. Knowing what I know now, would I purchase this? No. If I had ran out of this, would I purchase this again? No. I would repurchase, like I said, so far the only thing I would repurchase is the Clarice lip liner and lipstick because of preference. Now we move on to the palette. And the palette, come on. Of course I'd repurchase this. If I ran out of this, I would so repurchase this palette if I had. But at the same time, would I? You can see clearly, okay, that I have not used this palette. Now, I do have a large collection. How many times have I used this in the last 3 years? 5 times. Tops. Tops. I'm being honest here. Is it adorable? Is it cute? The mirror, there's a mirror on the other side. It's got Rudolph and Clarice on it. It's got the, whatever that thing was, I forget. But you can see that I didn't use it. Am I glad I have it? Yes. And if I did run out of it, I would repurchase this. So keep that in mind also. So that's it for the collection, I'm pretty sure. So the only thing that I would rebuy is the Clarice lip liner and lipstick and the palette. Now, for what's rest on my face, I pulled out the Hello Kitty collection, actually, and I may do a video on it, but their Christmas collection, and it's the Hello Kitty and Friends, and I use the At Frost Sight Pressed Powdered Cheek Blush. This one here, the pinker one. And I do like these. Actually, I like the 2 of them. I'm not for sure what all came in this particular collection. I know, again, it had a lip mask and a lip scrub, and it had glosses. Those are all gone. I gave those to my kids. I know that already. My daughter actually has them. My youngest daughter. So those are gone. I think it may have came with like a jelly shadow or something. I'm not even for sure. Regardless, the only thing I have from this particular collection are the 2 blushes and the palette. And that's fine with me. Again, that's fine. For bronzer, I used just the Colourpop, this bronzer. I'm really liking this bronzer. I don't know if you can still get this or not. I truly do not know. But I am really liking this. The more I use it, the more I like it. And the more I feel like I'm going to hit pan on it. Is it my favorite? I don't know. I don't think it's my favorite formula, but it definitely like the tone of it and the color. But I don't necessarily think it's my favorite like formula of bronzer of all time. So now that we went through all that, bronzer, blush, highlighter, foundation today, I grabbed out my favorite. It's Uma by Sharon C. This one here. It is the Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. I love this foundation. For powder, I have been loving. I don't know why or how I missed this, but I purchased it. It's the Lunar Beauty Translucent Setting Powder in Translucent Light. I don't know how I missed this, but I ended up throwing it in with my order with that palette and his nose palette, and I'm loving that. For concealer, I'm wearing the Natasha Denona concealer. So, now, everything is done on my face. Let's get started on the eye look. Because I will say, at the end of the day, I do like this eye look. I think it is pretty. Can I get this with other palettes? Yes, I can. But you gotta admit, the 5 times that I use this palette, I will say, it's around this time of the year. It is so much fun to pull out. And live again in a childhood, reminiscence type of phase for 15 minutes while you do your makeup. I'm wearing my mom bracelet my daughter made me just a little bit ago. So let's go into Independent Together, which is this pinky shade. I will say this is a very pretty palette. It can be used for everyday looks. You can definitely get your neutrals out of it. It leans neutral to burgundy, like a purple burgundy color. And then you got green, you got your brown, and like a grayish tone. So you do have options in this for sure, without a doubt. And I do think that it's worth it. I mean, Colourpop, come on. It's drugstore pricing. It is a good formula. Like, you're not going to find anything wrong with it. The packaging is just absolutely adorable. I think this would make a great Christmas present, or Christmas gift for any makeup beauty lover, whether it be an adult to a child even. I mean, this movie is iconic. Come on. I don't think there's nobody that hasn't seen this movie. Like, it's just iconic. It's the cutest little thing. The movie is, it's just iconic. That's all I can really say about it. And I think they were smart in the sense of bringing it back for people that didn't get it, or maybe within the 2 years, people have ran out of stuff that they purchased. I did not run out of anything. I've managed to lose a lip gloss, but I'm pretty sure I gave it to one of my granddaughters, to be fair, because I thought it was one of the shades I wouldn't use if I was to ever, bring this collection out. And to be fair, I'm glad they brought it back out, because I already have it and I don't have to repurchase it. Yet I can do a video on it and somebody might be interested in my thoughts. So I'm personally loving that. Let's go into the shade Full Power now, which is the purple burgundy, I guess, is purpley shade. I do think that they did a good job with this collection for sure. I don't doubt that at all. The formulas are good, Now, if mine doesn't perform, please know that I purchased this 2 years ago. And I'm not even for sure what the life on this is. I will say none of it smells bad, so go for that. The packaging itself doesn't have one of those little symbols on it, so I really don't know, but I'd have to say 12 to 24 months. I mean, I would assume. That's most palettes anyway, so I have to assume that this would be right there with that. But it to me, it's performing just fine, as if it was I've had it. And like I said, I store my palettes out of light, and they're in a dry spot, so. And I don't just leave them open to dry out. That goes with everything of mine. You know what I didn't do? I did not see if I had creases here. Shoot. I didn't set that. I did forget that. That's alright. We can make it work. We got this. But I didn't do that. I forgot about that. But like I said, the colors blend beautifully. Question is do you like this color story? We're going to take the Full Power and run it under the lower lash line. It's just, do you like this color story? And, Is it something you really need? Probably not. But if it brings you happiness, then that's all that matters. And I will say that this collection did bring me happiness, especially when I first got it. It's new. But even at that, when one of you all asked me if I'd, review it because it did just launch again, I was kind of excited again to bring it back out, you know? So I am glad. And it's sort of like doing the palettes, like what reminded me of Halloween. I got to pull out the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice and pumpkin pie second slice, something like that. I pulled those out last month and I used those again. I used the cinnamon roll one again, which I don't know if that really reminds me of, you know, I'm saving the gingerbread because that reminds me more of Christmas than it does October, you know what I mean? But I have them pulled out to start to review again. And like I said, I'm going to do Guess the Palette on a couple of days a week and then just, do those on other days. And if y'all have this palette, you can pull them back out too. And do a video. Or do the look while I'm doing the video, or do your own look, or hey, maybe suggest colors to put together even. Because maybe you all will suggest something that I just never even thought to, put together. All right, let's go up, up, and away. Which is this one here. And this is one of my favorite colors in this palette, to be honest. It is just so pretty. And I think that this color could be a one and done even. Or a bronzer through the crease and then this all over the lid. It is a little bit darker than what I particularly like on the lid. But I remedied that with another color in a minute. But all in all, like, this is a very pretty color. It's one of my favorite colors in this palette. But you can definitely see that I put something in the middle of the lid in a minute. You'll see. So have you all been shopping the Sephora sale? Or were you good? Let's go into North Pole for inner corner. I did the one little thing. I bought the couple of Sephora collection stuff for the 30%. And I did buy my daughter the shampoo and conditioner set, the Moroccan oil. I bought that. And that's it. And to save the 20%, no. I purchased something else. I don't think it came in yet, though. That's what's come in so far. But I did place an order for something else. I can't think of what it was now, though. It probably means that I didn't need it, to be fair. When you can't even remember what you placed the order for, probably means you didn't need it. But I like that color for the inner corner, too. And again, that was called North Pole. Okay, so now that we're here, what I'm going to do... Yeah, we're going to take this shade Misfit Toys, this one right here, and I'm just going to pick it up with my finger, like that. It's such a pretty color. And we are going to pop it right in the middle of the lid, just like that. Probably put a little bit too much on, but hey. I just absolutely adore that color in the middle. I just think it makes everything pop. We'll go back into Up, Up, and Away. Because I want it to stay dark right here. Like I want there to be a difference, you know? Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to line And I will say this palette is an all-in-one palette for me. It goes like too dark. Um, and like I said, you do get a variety. You got your greens, you got pinks, you got like a contour color, a dark and light contour color. You got definitely got a warm brown, and this is like a dark brown. You got the like a purple maroon, a pink, a nudie peach. So you do have a good bit of mattes to work with. And then you can go like to this shade that I just put on my lid, or that pinky shade, or that's more champagne, more peachy, more burgundy, green. Like you have a lot of options here. But let's go with Ready Santa, this darkest shade, and let's line the lash line with it, lower and uh, top, top and lower lash line. For the waterline, I just put in my Tarte Fake Wake liner. Put that on my waterline. I'll blend that out on the bottom in a minute. But to be honest, also, like, I'm pretty impressed with the way the shadows performed. Because, like I said, I purchased this when it launched 2 years ago. And everything performed beautifully. Like the shadows, the lip liner, the lipstick. The lip liner's not dried out, the lipstick's not dried out, the lip glosses aren't dried out, none of them have a funny smell. I still am using the lip scrub and the lip mask, and it doesn't have a funny smell. Still moisturizes nicely. None of it has separated. Like, it's just holding on. Which is kind of nice considering how much makeup I have. Like, if things were to expire right at the 2 year mark or year mark, whatever the, thing is, that would really suck for me. Because there's just no way I could go through it all. And I wouldn't have enough time to even play with it or anything, and that wouldn't be cool, But the fact that this is still kicking after 2 years, like, that's pretty impressive to me. Alright, we're going to go back into that full power shade and run it along the lower lash line there. And I do think the look turned out really pretty. I will say, doing this particular look, even though this is like Christmassy, this is kind of vampy. Just saying, like, I could have pulled this off in a Halloween look for sure, using some of these palettes that I have. I feel like I could have got the same look almost. So you definitely have like you could create an everyday look. You can create a day to night look. You can create a vampy look. You can create a party look. The only thing I don't think you could do is go more cool toned. I don't think there's many cool tones in this, but other than that, you know what I mean? I think you'll enjoy this palette, to be fair. Alright, for mascara, for top lashes, we're going to use the Gucci mascara. And I will say that I use some shades that I've never used before, but to be fair, I've used, most of these shades before. Because this is kind of a go-to look for me if I was to, grab this palette. And I probably should have used the greens because I've never used the greens. But, you know, we're only at the beginning of November, so I am sure I can pull this palette back out again and do a look with green. Considering I am wanting to play with greens more. But I think for the month of November and December, that's what I'm going to do is pull out like Christmassy palettes. More holiday. Because I really, really am excited to pull out the BH Cosmetics palette. The Naughty or Nice. Because that was actually one of my favorite palettes too that came out a couple years ago. Probably, I don't know if it came out the same year as this palette did or a year before. All these years kind of run the same, you know. But I really did like the BH. I think a lot of people did. It's a shame they didn't bring that one back out. And the fact that it's, you know, the naughty list. That's pretty cute. And then there was a smaller palette with it too, and I liked it too. I think it was like the Mrs. Claus or something. I forget exactly, but I am curious to pull it out. I tell you, that Gucci mascara is amazing. I don't know what it is about it, but there is just something about this mascara that I adore. And it just makes my lashes look so good. Like, I truly have no words for what it is. And I really, like, sometimes I'm like, please don't let it just be because of its name or packaging. But I really feel like it just does something for my lashes, for the top lashes. I don't use it on the bottom. I don't think it transfers or smudges, because I've never had it happen on the top lashes. But I've never used it on my bottom, not because of that reason, just because it's such a pokey wand, and I know I'd make a mess, y'all. I know I would. So we're going to use the Lancome for the bottom lashes, as I always do, for the most part. And I think that this mascara does good for my bottom lashes too. And then we are done. Alright, so final thoughts. My final thoughts are, I think Colourpop did a very good job the first time around launching this. And I think they were very, very smart for bringing it back out. Look at that. Oh, gosh. I mean, come on. That is a pretty eye look. The lips, they're kind of light. Don't get me wrong. It's almost like concealer. I mean, almost there. Like, it's almost, but it's not. So, I like it. It reminds me of something. I want to go the Nude Venus by Pat McGrath, but I could be wrong. But I kind of feel like that's what it's reminding me of, the lipstick and lip liner. But I'll have to check that out. But overall, if I never purchased it the first time and it just launched this year, what would I purchase? I would strictly purchase the eyeshadow palette and the lip set from Clary's. That's what I personally would purchase. Nothing else. Now, if I had to hit like a threshold for, you know, the free shipping or something, I might throw these in. I might. They are cute. Like, I give that to them. Is it a necessity? No. But is it cute? Yes. The lip scrub set, if you're almost out of one and you're into that, you know, it's like a pepperminty smell. Let me see. It should be right here. Not that one. I just had, oh, here it is. I was like, I just had it. Pretty sure this one's the Hello Kitty one. See, I still have it. It's still good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 12 months. I don't know. This is Clary Night lip mask. It's not giving me the scent, but it is more pepperminty. Almost like a candy cane, maybe. It's not like super peppermint. It's more like a sweet, almost like a sweet candy cane. Because this one is definitely more pepperminty. But you can see, I don't go through these often. Peppermint cookie. I mean, clearly, I don't use them often. But I do use them. So if I, reach for something, I have certain ones I reach for. I really should do the best of lip masks because I think I've tried them all. And I know what I repurchase. And it's generally something that's going to plump, because I'm getting older and my lip lines are fading. So there's just certain ones that work better for me now. But for, again, price point, all this stuff is amazing. It's just, do you need it? So if you didn't purchase this, now would be the time to grab it. I do think they're launching at Ulta too, so you may want to check it out there. Use your points. Doesn't hurt. Save some money. Just saying. But this is adorable packaging, you all. And the color story, it could definitely be your everyday color story if you wanted it to be. Lipstick, this one could be every day. You could purchase the other one and have like a night one, a nighttime lip even. You're not going to be disappointed. And the packaging is cute. Like, it is a cute packaging. If you were to throw this lipstick in your purse, like, it's cute. So you're not walking around with some ugly lipstick even. Oh, I know why. No. Something in here shakes. But the lipstick is not broke. But there is something in here that shakes. I forgot about that. I'm glad that happened. But overall, I think it was a cute collection. Price point, they nailed it. The lip glosses, they do have glitter. At least 2 of the 3. I think the 3rd one did too. I could be wrong, but I think. But you can definitely feel it on your lips. And in the amount of time I did this and talking, it's pretty much gone. And I don't feel the glitter now. But if I reapplied it, you kind of feel the grit. It's a little gritty. It's not extreme or anything like that. Like, you're not going to exfoliate your lips with it. But it is a little bit there. It wears away nicely though. But if you want it just to keep the lipstick on, it's not matte. It's more of a satin, I think. Like, it doesn't dry out my lips at all. But it does stick around for a good bit of time, even drinking. And it wears away very nicely. Colourpop's lipsticks do. So, at least this shade. So, I will say that about it also. But personally, if you're on a budget and you're just trying to get like some nostalgic out of it, just buy the eyeshadow palette. Or the lips, like I said, the lipstick, if you like what I like. But completely up to you. Let me know down in the comments. Have you bought this collection yet? Did you buy it 2 years ago? Maybe 3? I'm not for sure when that launched. I think it was 2 years ago. But did you run out of any of the stuff? Let me ask you that. Did you use it up? Are you wanting to repurchase because you used up? I'm curious on that too. Because I can't see somebody going through it. Well, the lip mask and lip scrub, maybe. Maybe even the lipstick, I could see. If that was your go-to color. But an eyeshadow palette, I mean, maybe if that was the only one somebody was using, could they go through an eyeshadow palette a year? Just curious. I would love to try that. Like, just to try that one day. If you could make it through an eyeshadow palette in a year. Like, pick a palette that I liked every color. I gotta stop rambling. Alright, anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.